How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with a little bit of a low ABV, hopeful goodness in the form of Jughandle Brewing. Is there a Mosaic American Pale Ale? Yeah. Been in this brewery a couple times, dig what they do. They've been making leaps and bounds when it comes to these kind of hazy jams, so I'm kind of curious to see where this one kind of falls in line with things. It's just about a month old, and it's a Mosaic base. So yeah. Let's see what the sucker has. I dig me some Jughandle. Not necessarily for their hazy IPAs, or IPAs in general, more their classic styles, whether it be Belgians or Kolsch's, things like that. But like I said, I've been making a lot of kind of movement in their IPA forward beers as of late. So label-wise, it's cool. Yeah, it's a Mosaic of Mosaic. You get it? Wah, wah. And I mean, you know, definitely looks the part of something a little bit maltier. When you're talking about a low ABV, did they call it the ABV on here? You would hope they would. 5.2%. It definitely leans a little bit malty or oxidized, but this being less than a month old, I doubt it's oxidized, so I'm assuming they're going with a little bit more kind of like a, you know, non-light malt, maybe something a little bit heavier, a little bit of churro, a little bit of kind of a, even like Marisot or something along those lines. Nice creamy head to it, a little bit of rockiness on the edges, and has that soft kind of washed out caramel color look. So not necessarily what you look for in a pale ale, but we'll see what's what. Let's get a nose. I mean, it definitely has this kind of piney, bittering, slightly sweet maltiness. So it's coming off as more of like a more Midwest, not even West Coast, full on West Coast, like a Midwestern style kind of IPA. Now, that's not something that you're generally going to be surprised from when you're dealing with Mosaic, but you can massage Mosaic in a couple different directions. This is typically the direction you usually see a little bit more fruit forward, something with a little bit more kind of juiciness to it than what you have going on here. So a spicy kind of maltiness, spicy hoppiness with a bit of maltiness going on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So kill that fruit fly. I'm being infested with fruit flies. It is summertime. So anyway, smells like a Midwest hazy pale. Kind of wondering what she's going to taste like. Let's just dive right in. Cheers. Hey there. Okay, I did not expect that. Comes off way later than I thought it was going to be. That spicy bitterness kind of shifts itself to being a little bit more like a really kind of tannic tea-like kind of bittering. So it's almost like a European, like English style kind of hopped kind of pale ale. The malt doesn't show through nearly as big as you'd expect based off of the nose or even the look. And it's nice. I mean, it is bittering. There's a bit of pininess, resinous to it. So it's definitely coming off Midwest to West Coast leaning. But it's not nearly as heavy as you would think based off the nose. And like I said, based off of the look. And it comes off nice, you know, a little bit of malt there. Decent amount of kind of spicy bitterness. Done and done. Yeah. I'm going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I'm going gaga for this beer. It's fine. It's well made. There's nothing negative to it. All that bitterness, I think, is purposeful. I don't think it's an oxidation thing. Sometimes when you get a beer that's this color called a pale ale, you assume it's oxidation. I don't think that's the case here. I think they're going for something a little bit more kind of West Coast leaning, and I think they do it quite well. In the grand scheme of things, I do like my beers to skew a little bit more East Coast, so it's not necessarily going to land as one of my favorites, but it's well done beer, tasty. There you go. So yeah, is it one of the better pale ales I've had, lower ABV pale ales I've had as of late? Not really, but not necessarily a negative beer in any sense. Value to availability, I think I paid $10 for a 4-pack. That's not too shabby. Even though it's not my favorite beer in the world, that's where this price point should be, I would assume. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like West Coast IPAs, you want a little bit of East Coast treatment as far as body, mouthfeel, those kind of things, this will do you. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of a Mosaic-based beer right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.